There's one thing I wanted to bring up in a nice little rant I have before we get into movie news with Tim from England.
Yes, I can't wait for this rant. It'll be pretty nice since I'm just a little teaser. Since there's teasers to trailers, here's a teaser to a rant. I'm the big Superman fan here, and someone else is going to rant on Superman.
I'm fucking sick of this shit, all right, man? So here's the thing. So recently, How It Should Have Ended, the YouTube channel, put out a thing called Extra Credits of Batman versus Superman. There's just a little extension they did. And first off, How It Should Have Ended is a fantastic channel. They very funny.
Very creative.
Very smart guys, and they have fun, and I love almost everything they did. They did this Extra Credits thing with a tie-in with Screen Junkies, which again do honest trailers, and they have some fun content as well. But they did this After Credits thing, and it was pretty much just a thing of shitting on Superman while he's dead. I get it. It's supposed to be funny, but this is what I'm having a problem with. It's just they keep calling him a bummer, a super bummer in this one, as they call him. And I'll probably plug in a little bit of the How It Should Have Ended thing here, what they talked about, and what really irked me.
Now that Superman is dead, I guess we have to form some kind of League of Justice.
I swear, Superman, you shall be avenged.
Don't use that word!
I'm alive! Man, what a cliffhanger, right? So, I heard you guys talking about some kind of Justice League.
Yeah, about that.
Look, Diana and I were talking, and everyone has been responding pretty positively when you're not around.
Except for the Joker stuff.
Except for that.
But you need me. I'm the strongest superhero.
Well, the thing is, you're kind of a bummer.
A super bummer.
Well, you don't have the weight of the entire world on your shoulders. It weighs on a man. Every sky beam, every snapped neck, makes him question his core on a daily basis.
Oh, God, you're doing it again. This is exactly what we're talking about.
You don't happen to have Supergirl's number, do you?
Now, she's a Kryptonian you can grab a beer with. Cute, fun, relatable.
And positive. You can enjoy her with fans of all ages.
But I thought we really bonded when we yelled our moms' names at each other in that rainstorm.
Don't read into it. I freak out like that on a daily basis.
What about that time Diana and I talked? Or that time I was like, is she with you? And you were like, I thought she was with you. What about that?
Look, you need to give us time to grow as characters. You had 2 chances to save the extended universe, and you blew it. Maybe just lay low for a while?
You're right. I'm gonna do the first heroic thing I've ever done. Crawl back into my own cold grave. Which, weirdly, seems still in character for me.
Thank you, Superman.
You really are a hero.
So, right now.
Yep.
Okay. I love you guys!
That is just sad.
Shawarma?
We're all best friends! We're best friends! We're all best friends! Super friends!
And this is just kind of the final straw, that broke on this whole thing. Because I keep hearing people say this stuff. I'm like, all right, minority. They're not, they're smaller groups. They're not that they're race, they're black or something. They're a smaller group of people.
Vocal minority.
The vocal minority. There we go. And, but it's just that I don't understand why this keeps getting brought up. They even said in this that the Supergirl, where's Supergirl? You have Supergirl's phone number? She's more relatable. You can have a beer with her and stuff. She's more relatable to you. Now, as human beings, I thought that most people would do this. I feel like as you sit there as a human being, you realize at some point in your time, you might think about, why are we here? What is our purpose?
Yes.
I kind of feel like I want to assume that as a human race, all of us would do that at some point in our lives. I'm 29 years old. I've done it several times.
Yes.
Of why we are here. What is the meaning of what is around us?
Yes.
What is our purpose?
Is there other things out there?
Yeah. Is there destiny involved in any of this? Do you believe in destiny? All those questions, whether you believe in a God or not, up, down, whatever, left, right. It's what is this ecosystem? What is this thing that we're living here right now? I assumed, it's those things sometimes that happen in life where you assume, I'm sure everybody had that happen to them at least once, or they thought about this at least a little bit in their time frame.
Apparently we give way too much credit.
And I'm starting to think that maybe those questions aren't really thought of, or they're so minor to people that it doesn't represent, they don't project that situation onto this character, and now it is perceived as mopey, bummer, he's a downer, and I don't understand how they don't perceive it as this guy is trying to figure out what is his purpose, what is the meaning of him being here, what is he supposed to do, what is right or wrong.
Right.
It's a simple scenario. It's pretty simple to me anyway.
Yeah, well, it's a simple scenario for someone who is not a simple character, a simple person. If you look at Superman,
he's an alien from another planet.
Yes, who is sent here for whatever fucking reason, the same, like you said, the same questions that we ask of, or you should be
he has a
asking
greater question than we would ever probably have in our lives.
And to top it off, and I'm not going to get too political here, but we all know that there's a lot going on in the world right now with terrorism and, you know, all sorts of stuff. So you put this character, you plop him down in this world that we are living in.
This world.
Yes. And what is he going to say? You know, and how is he going to react to certain things where, you know, not only are you questioning why are you here in the first place, you're not even on your own damn planet, but you're questioning like, well, what role should I play? What is too far? And yeah, not to take over your rant here, but
no, it's just getting ridiculous at this point. I don't understand how people are perceiving it as mopey. I'm looking at it as a guy that is actually questioning his existence.
Yes.
All right. Like as I would figure most people would do. Even if you don't believe in God or you do believe in God, you have to question your existence at one point, right? Like, why? Why are you here? What is your end goal in this life? Right. Whether it's fucking only a 20-year life, 50-year life, 70-year life, less than that, anything like that. What is your end goal?
Right. What part are you playing to society and to this world? And
what are you doing to make your body, make you feel as great and succeed as much as possible in this world?
Right.
Make yourself the individual that you want to be by the end of your lifetime.
Yes, exactly.
It seems like to me it's a fairly simple concept.
Yeah. And
it's something that most of us would do. I thought.
Yeah.
But for some reason, people can't project that onto this Superman who is a being above anything that we could ever understand in this world.
Yes.
We are realizing this is fiction. I know we're talking about it in general, but this is what people are talking about, that he's not relatable.
Right.
Well, fucker, he is.
Exactly. So it is fiction. And this is a character for me that I grew up absolutely loving. And there are a ton of Superman fans that shit on Henry Cavill's and Zack Snyder's interpretation of him. And it just blows my mind because I've seen this Boy Scout. I've read a ton of Superman comics, from random ass ones where he's pulling his suit out of a ring, and that's how he gets dressed. Just some weird ass Superman comics, to the movies, and you know, everything in between, the TV shows, Smallville, and it's a character that I've known and loved and not had this connection with until Henry Cavill brought him to the screen. Well, Zack Snyder, you know, and David Goyer brought him, and I was like, holy shit, like that is a whole nother level of something that I never even thought about. And you know, there's lines from Perry White, and I bring up a lot of this. We did a breakdown of Man of Steel with our friend Nick several episodes ago, and I bring up this same stuff, but it was kind of like eye-opening, like holy hell. You know, you never think about that kind of stuff, and how if a Superman was here, how he would react. And and not only is he going through the same struggles as us, as just normal human beings, but he has all these superpowers, plus he's an alien. If you know, you think people who are you know, aliens from a different country jumping over, and they're trying to assimilate, and you know, don't know the language and stuff like that, and they're trying to figure out things. What about someone else who just crashes here, and he has all these different powers, and is like, what is my purpose? And it gave me a whole different connection to the character that blows my mind, that people don't understand. But yet, going back to your Supergirl comment, they can say, oh well, her relationships with Jimmy Olsen or whoever, and now I've kind of fallen off the Supergirl show. But now apparently there's another person who their Supergirl in real life is dating this person, and now it's on screen, and she has a boyfriend and all this stuff because he's another Kryptonian, and that's just, so that's more relatable to you than your fucking purpose on Earth. You know, like,
that's just generic over to everyday life.
Right.
Why would you want to see that again?
Right.
You're living it.
Yeah. And in
I want to see about the things that are above that.
Right, exactly, and deeper.
Yeah.
Like, and to me, why you say that he's a bummer? He's trying to have those same interactions. If you look at Batman vs Superman with Lois Lane, there's relationships there. He has all these different relationships, and then with his parents, with his mom. Unfortunately, his Kryptonian mom gets the shaft, and she's not involved at all.
Yeah, she did.
Literally,
first natural birth, huh?
Yeah, boom, getting the shaft. But he has all these different relationships, and then to top it off, you dig even deeper, and you get into the soul of a human being or a Kryptonian or whatever, and it just blows my mind that people think he's a bummer.
Yeah, so he's depressing because he's talking about what our purpose is. What? No,
Right.
No, it's not. It's a conflict. It's a meaning in your head. People don't even think about it for a second that there's so many things that are right or wrong. Should this be done? Should it not? What is the extent of what should be right and what's wrong? Nothing is ever perfect because there's always going to be someone that's going to bitch about something.
Yes.
No matter what's done, whether it makes sense or not, it's always going to be bitched about in the end. There's always going to be someone that's going to be negative about it. The other thing about Superman that people always say, oh, he's a bummer and everything because he killed so many people and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, this killing of the mass amounts of people thing is, to me, is something fairly new. Like kind of started with like Avengers. Mm-hmm. Like it was very small rumbles about them going through New York and killing all those people and everything. Mm-hmm. But I could think of several movies where maybe where some people were completely innocent, that were tens to hundreds of people were murdered by the main protagonist, and no one's ever said anything about it. And they truly love that movie. And there's some where the people get murdered in movies, and those may not necessarily be the most innocent people, but at the time they're not doing anything against the protagonist, but yet they get murdered. Perfect example. I was thinking about the movies, movies that people love, that say are the greatest movie, The Matrix. Keanu Reeves pretty much is torching all these supposedly just normal people, cops, security guards, humans that are attached to the Matrix, and he's just murdering them. He's just flat out murdering them in that fucking building. Yeah, they might be being told what to do by agents and by the system and stuff like that, but those are still technically real people connected on the other end, just like he was. And he flat out murders them. Right. He shoots them in cold blood, and that's throughout the whole series. They just kill constant amount of those people. When in Matrix 2, in the fucking highway chase, there's tons of people in those cars that are getting smashed and killed and shot. No one has ever said a word about that.
No, they don't.
Never. Those are tons of innocent people. And the biggest example I have, whether or not you agree or disagree with this, but the movie that everybody loves, that is untouchable, that fucking everybody just passionately loves, the first Star Wars. The first Star Wars, Luke Skywalker blows up a whole battle station full of people. Full of people. Yeah, they might be the bad guys. They might be the space Nazis and stuff like that. But at most point, you still can they still can surrender. Right. They can still do that. They just, it was mass murder at a high level. And then right after that, he's smiling with a fucking medal around his neck.
Yeah. That's what they want.
And it happened in those movies, and no one has ever batted an eye at any of them. Yeah. And it just seems to be this new trope. It just seemed to be like a new thing to complain about. Yeah. And I don't think it's necessary. And you're using that against this character that it's just not necessary. The Avengers, they did the same shit. And I did hear at the time a little bit of small tropes. Mainly what I was hearing at the time was people were bitching about how much they destroyed building wise, because they're like, it was 2 point something billion or trillion dollars worth of damage that they did. Right. They estimated it, the amount of cost and damage. Right. Almost never brought up the deaths. Yeah. Until Civil War brought up like 70 deaths. Like, like all over your face on that one. And that was just stupid. The reason why we brought this in the beginning of it with our Instagram guys, because we're going to put this out to our Instagram followers. Hopefully you guys check this out. And I want you guys to comment below and let us know what we're missing. Like, this is not a question that is asked most often about, isn't this just a guy that's questioning his existence, his destiny? What is he supposed to do? Which have you guys thought about these questions before? Are we lost?
Apparently not. Yeah.
are we by ourselves on this? Are we? Because trust me, we are not smart people.
No, we are. And if you've listened to the last 36 episodes, we are not deep thinkers. Yeah. Usually,
our senior year was we barely got diplomas. Okay. I had my struggle and he had his struggle and we damn near didn't get diplomas.
But
so,
someone did the most fantastic celebration across the boxing preparation, comes out of the curtain and everything when we fucking count those. It was great.
and we got them, but
Yeah.
they got dust on them, all right? We have not used them in any fashion.
No.
So we are not smart people by any degree.
No.
So I don't think that us thinking we're basically trailer trash people. All right, we both grew up in trailers.
Yes, we did.
We both grew up in trailers, and if two people that grew up in trailers can think about this stuff at least on a level above of what we are,
Right.
in this world, I think
Anybody can.
anybody else can.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You would think.
If trailer trash can do it, anybody can do it. And that's another saying for the comic movie Mark's land.
Yes.
Because there's no
I love it.
there is no shame in that.
None.
There is no shame in that. So comment below, let us know. We're gonna bring this up on when we post this thing up. We're also gonna point this out, and we want you guys to listen to this and hope. Obviously, if you're hearing it now, you're listening to it, and then comment back and come back to that Instagram post and let us know what we could be missing. Because I'm dying to know this.
Yeah.
This how it should have ended thing was just, and then they talk about, oh, Supergirl is great for all ages. I'm getting so tired of that. It's like people don't even think about our history anymore and what kids are used to seeing. Like like what I was talking about before, rated R movies were literally advertised to us as kids.
Right.
I had RoboCop, Terminator toys.
Yes.
Those were bloody rated R movies.
Right.
All right. And I grew up in a trailer. And so, so there you go. I think we all turned out okay. We're civilized, somewhat human beings.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't understand why kids can't understand a little bit above what our meaning in this fucking world might be. All right? Give kids a chance here. They're not that stupid. They're stupid, but they're not that
Ignorant.
stupid. Yeah. But so I don't know. I don't understand why.
Yeah,
So let us know.
Yeah, or hey, you can make a movie a la Man of Steel to me that I thought appealed very well to little kids. Especially ones.
Be who you are.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't hide who you are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come out of the closet, motherfucker.
Exactly. Yeah, appeals that everyone, and then
You get what I'm talking about, right? The little kid
yes.
in the closet. Okay.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
But then it delves even deeper to what is our purpose on this earth, and religion and all sorts of stuff. So
Yeah, whatever. And it doesn't have to be necessarily religion either. It just just what is
Right.
what are we doing? What is as a country, as America? And I'm sure there's other people out there, but as your country too. Like, well, as a country, what are we accomplishing? What are we doing? What is the true questions in this world
Right.
that we have in this world? Is it should French fries be called freedom fries? No, I know that's really dated, and half of our demographic may not know what that is.
Yeah, they're like, what are you talking about?
That question was asked at one point, so in our
Yes.
illustrious America. So, god damn. So those type of questions, yeah, those suck. So let us know. Comment below.